Property Insights, one topic, 20 minutes or less, 7 days a week. Myself, Lawrence Lotze, and today joined by Andrew Armstrong, a mortgage specialist and a fellow property investor. AJ, question to you today is, how quickly can I take out or reinvest once I've just bought an investment property? Or once I've just bought a family home. So I've bought a property and I want to look to get straight back into the market to buy more or do more with my money. How quickly can I do that?
Yeah. Okay. All right. No. Well, I mean that's good little question there. So it comes down to your lender and your purpose, really. So it's just understanding what it is that you're trying to achieve and where and why and what have you. The general rule from banks is that they want to see 6 months between what they deem credit events. So that's an event where they've had to make a decision on whether or not they're going to give you money or not. That's the general rule, but we've seen it happening far sooner than that, and we get some clients, either first-time buyers, owner-occupiers, doing it as soon as sort of 3 months, and less depending on the circumstance. The key thing is really going, well, if you bought a house for $1 million, and then you go back to the bank after a month and go, hey, look, on paper, on your internal valuation, it's now 1.2 mil. Give me more money on it. Banks are probably going to question why there's such a difference and why they should give you money. So some of our solutions or some of our recommendations there are to obviously wait the required term. But if it's something like borrowing against the value of your property, or borrowing on your property to put in a swimming pool or do some cosmetic renovations, what we can actually do is go and suggest that you go and get a registered valuation to capture what the value of your property currently is, and perhaps give an explanation why you're able to secure it for a price that was much lower than what the valuation is, and also what the value of the property will be once you've done your put in your pool or done some cosmetic renovations to justify why we get some money out there.
So I'm guessing the big thing with the bank is what you said is, usually there's like 3 to 6 months is where they will consider it. But a big thing is banks are not just going to give you more money because with 1 month to the next month, your valuation on your house or your eval that the banks look at has gone up 100 or 200 grand. They want to, if you want to do it quicker, it seems is you've got to show them the reason of the increased value or the potential of the increased value for them to go, cool, I understand now why it's gone up 200, 400, 500 grand and why you reutilize that for another option.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just a matter of understanding how and why and what the purpose is the big thing. So, so we work with lots of people on doing that. One example might be having entered into a contract to buy a new house a year ago at I'll just say $750,000, and we know that the valuation at the time was sufficient, so the purchase price matched, and it's just now settled a year later. Perhaps the property, and we're seeing quite a bit of this, has jumped up by $100,000-$200,000 to its new current value, and that new home. First home buyer who's been waiting, over a year to get in there, now wants to put in some landscaping and bits and pieces. So in that circumstance, we've been able to be, get more money for it, and also those sort of people going, hey, we've waited a year, our income's gone up, we now want to go and buy an investment property. And again, perfectly good explanation with a new build as to why it, why we could recycle some of that equity.
No, awesome. I mean, I guess like we said, the main thing is time and proof of value. To anyone that's listening and watching at the moment is you got to give it time. And if you want to squeeze the time quicker, you got to push up the proof of value. And if you wanted to turn around within 30 days, you got to show real proof of value. So it's on that matrix. If you just sat on your property for 2 years and went back to the bank and said, oh, over the last 2 years, I've gone up by 300K, I want to take some of that. Bank's going to have no questions. They're not going to have no issues as long as you got your serviceability. Always inverted commas, serviceability. It's a given. But if you want it in 30 or 60 days, you got to push up the proof of value, why there's that value, and then be able to get that money.
Yep, absolutely. Understanding the reason and also making sure that it is affordable to you and your financial position is all ticks all the boxes, really.
Awesome. Thanks, AJ, as always. And to anyone else that's watching or listening, if you've got any questions for myself or AJ, the details will be in the description, depending which platform you're on. And thanks for coming over to the Daily Nugget, Daily Property Insights, one topic, 20 minutes or less, 7 days a week. And as always, hope to see you tomorrow.